What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna make a little video here. I want to show you about a new tool that I got. Never owned one of these before. This is what it is. Very simple. It is a leather bag from Jegs, and this is called a shot bag or a sand bag. And what it is, just a leather bag that I'm going to fill with dry sand. So I'm going to show you how I do that. And this will allow me to do some metal working that I've not been able to do before because it provides a soft, malleable surface to be able to shape and form sheet metal and such. So along with wanting to be able to make some art, this is going to be a new tool to help me to do that. So today, since I just got it in the mail a couple days ago, I'm going to get it filled up. And I think I'm going to be able to use my sand blaster to get that filled up. So it should be pretty interesting. I'll show you how I do it. All right, YouTube, I'm back in my shop now. I've got some dry mason sand right here. This is really nice, very dry sand, very little debris in there. And I've got my shot bag. And I've got my siphon tube here. This is attached to the siphon gun, which I use for sandblasting. Now, normally I use that little pot. It's got a piece of metal on there that I'm going to sandblast soon, but I don't want to use that type of material in this bag. I'm going to use my mason sand. And so all I need to do is hook this end up to my air compressor over there and give it a shot, see what happens. I hope it fills up that bag real easy, but we'll find out. Gonna open up this little hole here, see if I can stick that nozzle in there and get some sand to flow. I got the heater going on in here, but it's worth it. I'm almost done. Just trying to get a little more dry sand and fill it up a little bit more and then call it good. Alright, so I got my bag full, but before I can use it, I need to get my workbench cleaned up. I got a mess here. I bought a new little cheap grinder. I'm going to switch out this wheel. I want a wire wheel on here. I've got a diamond wheel on this side for sharpening my tungsten. And so I can keep practicing making things like what I made here with my TIG welder. But I need to clean up my workbench because it's just not functional the way it is. So. Back here now, have a little light for when I'm working as well. Well, I was thinking that light would work without that being on, but maybe if I take it apart and rewire it. Okay, brand new thing here. Need to take it apart and rewire it, I suppose. Here we go. It's always something, or it's always something with me, I'm not sure. Looking for the wiring coming up out of here. Let's see, let's turn this on, flip the switch, make sure that capacitor is discharged. Alrighty, so black wire. Let's see, so what's happening is the light has its own switch, but it's only getting power through this switch. What we want to do is bypass that. Very simple fix. Alright, so I love to do wiring. I'm really good at it. I understand it. It just makes sense to me. I'm not afraid of it. And I can envision it in my mind how it's working and what it's doing. And because I can do that, I understand electrical wiring very well. Now, I can understand wiring, I can understand a lot of things, but a couple things I don't understand. Relationships, can be one of them. Very difficult for me. But not all relationships, just relationships with difficult people. Alright, so I needed this one. I'm going to take this connector off. This power feed in. Okay, so what I was wanting is a light for my workbench, which I have, and I was wanting a place to be able to sharpen my tungsten and clean parts, just kind of in general. So now I've got a light for my workbench here where I can see, so I'm happy with it. I'm gonna leave it. So this right here is a box of bearings. I've got some other parts in there, but these bearings here are going to become art pretty soon. I've got a really neat vision for these, and what I can't wait is to show you the final outcome, but I'm going to walk you through the process as I go along. First thing I need to do is separate these outer cages from the actual taper bearings and the inner races. I've got several of them here, so I need to make a small cut along each side. Then I need to degrease them, clean them all up, and then I can start using them. So I'd really like to get some TIG welding done a little bit tonight if I can, just to kind of get that out of my system. Hasn't been a very productive week at work. We just haven't really done much of anything there, and so I want to get some stuff done here at home. I really hate it being so slow there. Really would like to do something productive, but oh well, just the way it is. Pays the same no matter what, but that's just not my style. So, but I got this other project here, an old pump that I've taken apart, and you can kind of see how this might turn into the face of a little creature. Got some other parts here. I want to sandblast all of this, all these parts, and maybe make a body out of it somehow. I don't know, maybe this will become the base for maybe some legs. I'm not really sure. Got the internal gears here, and got two of those. I'm going to see what I can do to make something interesting out of that, but for right now I want to focus on these bearings because I got a special light bulb coming just for this, so I want to get moving on this. Alright, so in my shop I got a little bit distracted earlier. I started making a lot of the parts for this new piece of art that I want to make, and I'm really excited about it. Even started welding some of the bearings together, just playing. But I started off this video talking about my new bag here, and I kind of forgot about it because I got so sidetracked wanting to get back to TIG welding. But I got my bag and I got it full, and the way I filled it in with the sandblaster worked out really well. It's kind of a good idea. But I got a nice firm bag here that I'm going to try to take this little piece of steel and just see what I can start to make with it. I'm not going to spend much time on it because I'm going to spend a little bit of time getting back to TIG welding, so I'll show you that too. But I don't know. I want to learn how to shape and form metal. Now I know I don't have all the right hammers for this, but I'm going to try to see what I can come up with. I think I'd like to just start off to see if I can make a dome type of shape, a nice curve. So I'm going to see what I can come up with there. So I'm not really getting, I'm getting this curvature consistently. I'm getting some curvature there, but I'm not really getting the curvature that I want. And I know my hammers are not right. It might be the bag itself too, and how I have it set up, the type of sand I have in here. So again, something I've never done before. And I'm just, I try to make myself a little more skilled, a little more adapt, a little more capable every day. And so that's what I'm doing today. Just gonna keep on going until I learn and get the knack for this. I just started TIG welding, but I'm really getting the knack for it quite well. Got a long way to go, but I'm definitely able to get accomplished what I want to get accomplished. So this will be no different. Okay, I'm really done playing this time. Just seeing how it responds, learning. That's all I do. I just learn. I just try and I do. And a lot of my learning I can actually do in my imagination, simply because I know how something's going to respond. But then there's some things I just have to actually do. And TIG welding and metal forming, sometimes I just have to actually do them to see how it's going to respond. But I love learning, absolutely love learning. And I get told all the time, maybe not all the time, I get told a lot, people think that there's just nothing that I can't do, but that's not true. There's a lot that I can't do. I can't fix people, I can't fix me, I can't fix you. I know that, but there's a lot of other things that I haven't done or haven't ever tried. I have a willing heart, and I do like to try, and so that's where a lot of my skill comes from. I just have a thirst for knowledge, thirst for growing, and so that's how I've gotten to be where I'm at. But I encourage everyone watching to just keep learning something new every day to make yourself a little bit more skilled, a little bit more knowledgeable. Just never stop learning. But alright, enough ranting. I'm gonna set up some taper bearings here and along this groove, clean them up, set the taper bearings in here, and TIG weld them together. Just start to make, well, something like this. And the goal is to be able to create something out of these bearings that will allow this part of the art to stand up. There's going to be a light bulb inside of here, and I really can't wait to show you that light bulb. So, alright, here it is. so my battery is about to go dead, so I'm going to wrap up this evening. Just getting some more of the bearings cleaned up and just getting some of these parts here welded together. I got to wait on my light bulb, I think, really, to take this much further. So I'm Alright, so I'm done playing with my little TIG welder. Shaped some metal, played tonight, got some bearings and stuff ready to go. Really can't wait to start putting these cages together. Just going to be really, really neat. And I like the way the welds turned out. Just really, really, I don't know if I can focus on that, really tiny welds. But anyway, played some more with my TIG welder and learning more. Oh, I did some aluminum. Now, this is not super pretty, but there's some here that aren't too bad. Let's see, like stacking the dimes here and here, like this weld is pretty good. I got a nice one here. Just learning that procedure to get the dime stacked, changing settings on my welder, trying to figure it out. Obviously some problems here, got some contamination. I had it doing some funny stuff here, so I just playing with it to see what I could do to swirl the metal around. All sorts of stuff. You know, got a long way to go, but something like this shows me that I have potential. And this is, I think, only my second or third time welding aluminum. I did learn that I needed to clean the metal better, and I needed to actually not only clean it with a solvent-based cleaner, but also then clean it with a stainless steel wire brush. I knew about the wire brush, but I didn't know about the solvent cleaner. I thought the wire brush would do it, but actually that just moves around the dirt if you don't do it with the solvent or degreaser first. So anyway, learning that and having fun, and I'll bring you guys along to be finishing up this project, especially once I get the LED light bulb that I'm waiting on, and then I'll know more how to put that art together. But in the meantime, just gonna keep on learning, see what I can. I'm gonna have to get more gas soon because I'm already starting to run out of gas for my TIG. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and I'll see you next time.